Hello and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. We're going to have a lovely show, and I believe we have two callers that are going to be calling in, and I'm going to give a reading to them. And so that's really exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, before we go to our callers, let's do a little sort of spiritual talk to get me in the mood. And what I was thinking about is, well, first of all, before we even go anywhere near a talk, I think we need to congratulate those people around the world that are working in hospitals, and the key workers that are working in care homes, the people that are working in supermarkets, the people that have to go to work at this time of difficulty and putting effectively their own lives at risk, and help other people. I think, you just have to be in awe of these people that are self-sacrificing and giving to mankind. And I just, you can't help but love them, can you? They're just amazing people. And also, I've heard of certain circumstances where I know in Italy they got to a point where they didn't have enough ventilators, and they had to make a decision over who had the ventilator and who didn't. So effectively, they were making decisions on who was going to survive or not. And I think that's quite a tough decision to make. Can you imagine sort of being able to just, having to sort of do that? And it must be sort of, just an awful decision. But I just, you just can't help but be in awe of these people that are doing such fabulous, fantastic, amazing work, because they're hopefully saving lives. Now, I'm as well as being a medium and a psychic, I also am a healer, and I'm able to do hands-on healing, but I also do healing where I send it out into the world, and that can be just as effective as any, as hands-on healing. In other words, you don't need to be sort of touching the person to give them healing. It's about sort of, my intent and how we work it. And so, what I want to sort of ask of you, please, if you need healing, or if you need help or support in any way, or whether it be emotional healing or physical healing, or then do sort of contact either the show or myself, and we can put you on the healing list and send healing to you at this time, because I think a lot of healing is needed in the world, but we also need the individual healing. And what's been said to me over and over and over again by my guides is that we must pray. And if you think about it, prayer is just a communication. It's just sort of, please, can I have this, or help me with that. I suppose over the years we've formalized prayers, but ostensibly it's just a communication. It's not a sort of anything else other than that. So we need to sort of communicate and ask for help, and because we, the spirit world, say very clearly to me that we have our free will, and they cannot intervene with our free will. So, if we're not asking for it, then we're ostensibly we're not going to get that help. So, asking for help and guidance is really, really important, because they are wanting and willing for you to do that. So that's my little talk about, let's sort of send out healing. And, if there are anybody that are healers that are listening to this show, please, send out absent healing. I'm sure you do. I'm telling you what to do, and you do it already. But, I think, and I know that a lot of healers are sending out healers out into the world at the moment, because there is a great need for prayer and a great need for healing. So, thank you for listening to my little talk. And I believe we have a caller waiting for me, and that is Shankwana in
Yes,
Starkville,
ma'am.
Mississippi. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
Hello, and welcome to the show. How are you this evening?
Hi, Miss Gail. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Are you staying safe and looking after yourself at the moment?
Yes, ma'am. For and I know.
Good,
How
good.
about you?
I'm glad. Um, well, I'm in the. You can probably tell by the accent. I'm in the UK, and so we're on a bit of a lockdown. We're allowed to go to the supermarket, and we're allowed to go to a chemist, and we're allowed to go to help somebody that has a need, and that's it. Otherwise we have to
Same
stay
here.
in. Oh, right. So you've got the same. I have heard. Anyway, so you didn't want to ring up for that a little chat. I think let's do a reading for you. Now, I'm a medium, and I can connect to loved ones in the spirit world, or I can look for guidance and give you that from my guides. Is there a particular way that an area where you'd like me to focus?
Well, I was wanting a fertility reading if it's possible. If not, that's fine too.
Okay, well, I mean, fertility readings are, I presume what you're saying is you'd like to know if you're going to get pregnant. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. Or have a successful pregnancy.
Yeah, okay. Health is always a challenging thing for me because I don't want to sort of, lead somebody, not that I would ever intentionally anyway, but I wouldn't want to lead somebody
Yes, ma'am.
in a direction, that where I was wrong, or give somebody false hope, or not give somebody hope. But if you can, what I need to do is I need to, with readings like this, I need to put a caveat in, because just to protect the radio station and myself. This is simply for entertainment purposes. I never really like that because I don't see it as entertainment. I see it as very real. How can we call the spirit world entertainment? But anyway, it's for entertainment purposes, and you must make your own mind up and your own decision as we go through the reading. So let's see.
Yes,
I'm getting a sort of a number 3 to 5 years, and I feel like I want to go into the past with you, and I feel that sort of 3 to 5 years is a sort of significant sort of time where you have been either thinking about having a child or trying for a child. Would that make sense to you?
yes.
And I also know that you have been, there's a lady in the spirit world, and I know that she's a relative of yours, and I feel that you've been asking her for some help, and I feel like she's a grandmother. Hold on a moment, she may not be a grandmother. I may have more than one, because I heard grandmother and then I heard aunt. So I feel like I may have more than one family member. Would you understand an aunt and a grandmother in spirit?
Yeah, I have one that passed. My mama's mom.
Right. Yes. And so I feel that you've been asking sort of for her help. Would you understand that?
Mhm.
And she's stepping forward because she wants to give you some advice and sort of help. And because what she's saying to me is that she had some complications with pregnancy herself. She's saying to me that it wasn't so easy for her to get pregnant, although she did in the end. But she's telling me that she did have some problems, because I feel that she had a miscarriage or more than one miscarriage. And I feel, and she's talking about this, and I don't know whether she was public about this information, but this is what she's telling me. And I feel that so she sort of almost like understands what you're going through at this point of time. And she's saying to me that she is actively speaking to as many people in the spirit world to engage their help, to help you in becoming pregnant. And I feel, and she says her next port of call is to go and knock on the door of God and speak to him, because she feels that you are deserved of having a child. Now, have you already got children?
I have two.
Yeah, because I can sense children around you, and I she's telling me that because I feel is there a boy and a girl?
It is.
And I, because I'm sensing them around you, and I'm being told that I feel like it's going to be a few months, but I do feel that you will go on to have a third child, and I just get this feeling, but that, and I also feel that it will be a girl as well. And I feel this girl has been assigned to you from spirit, and is waiting and is preparing for this new life. And I feel also that I get the feeling from your grandmother that you'd actually quite like to have another girl. That would be your sort of preferred option. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, you're right. Like I do not want a boy at all. Like I don't want one. Like this, do not want.
Yeah, well, that's what she's saying. She says she wants a girl. And she's telling me that you will be, your prayers will be answered, and you will be getting a daughter. And okay, is there? What do you think of the name? It sounds like Natasha. And does that name mean anything to you?
Natasha?
Yeah.
Not that I can think of. I don't even know any Natashas.
Right. Okay.
That I'm aware of.
And what do you think of the name? Because I tell you why she's because what she's saying is your grandmother thinks that that's a pretty name and you should call the child Natasha. But obviously, you know.
I think I should name her Natasha.
Yes. But you know, obviously that's your choice, and you can sort of choose to sort of, you know, call your child whatever you want. But she's saying that she quite likes that name, and she's making me feel like there's somebody who was famous or a film star or something like that she knew and she admired, and she likes the name, and she's sort of almost like getting quite excited about. She wants to call your future daughter Natasha. Is what she's saying to me.
Okay.
She's all your choice. I'm also seeing you taking some pills at the moment. Would that make sense to you?
I
am. And because she's talking about the pills, and I feel like I'm just wondering whether these pills are implicated either in helping you to get pregnant or causing you not to get pregnant. But I'm not quite sure which way it's going with me. But I know that you are taking pills, and there's a problem with there's something. I feel like it's more of a problem. Would you understand that?
Well, I am to get pregnant. To help me, I am taking letrozole.
Right, yes. I knew that it was either to get help you get pregnant or it was a problem, and I couldn't work it out. But I'm seeing you take these pills. And your grandmother is saying, it's gonna work, it's working, you will get pregnant, it will work. And she's sort of like almost like jumping up and down and sort of, quite excited about it. Um, and I feel also there's something about I just heard correct dosage, and I don't. Those are the words that I heard from her, and I don't know whether that means you are not taking the correct dosage or you are taking the correct dosage. And she's just coming in and she said, I want to inform my granddaughter that she needs to take the correct dosage, because she's making me feel like there's more than one option as to the dosage that you would take. And she's saying that the dosage needs to be fine-tuned in order for you to fully conceive and get pregnant. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
It does. It makes sense. Oh,
I was taking a high dose, but they took me down to a lower dose.
Right. Okay. So they're trying to adjust and trying to get the correct dosage, and I just feel that you still need a further adjustment, because I feel like you're not taking enough, so I feel that's the feeling I get. So maybe you need to consult with your doctor about that, and see if the next step, because I feel like it was almost too high before and now it's too low, and it almost feels like you need to be somewhere in the middle, but it's just a feeling that I'm getting of where it should be. I think that needs to be sort of assessed with your doctor, but I do know from your grandmother that it still needs to be worked out on the proper rate, and that is why it's going to be a few months before you do get pregnant, because you need to get to the point where you're at the right dosage. So I hope that helps. And I do have another caller waiting. So I thank you for calling in. And if you need to find me, my name is Gail Moffat, and you can find me on Facebook. And it's got sort of loads of medium stuff on there, so it's obvious that it's me. So hopefully chat with you on Facebook, and thank you so much for calling in, and good luck with your new daughter, and let me know if you call it Natasha. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Right, so we have Nina in Buffalo, New York. Hello, Nina. How are you?
Hi, how are you, Gail?
I'm very well, and how are you? New York. So Buffalo isn't sort of, isn't where it's all really bad, is it? Is
not as bad as New York City.
Pardon?
Thank goodness. So we're kind of holding our own.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you're safe and keeping safe. That's what we need to do, because if we're not keeping safe, then we're making our health workers vulnerable. Anyway, so I am a medium, and I can connect to loved ones in spirit, but I can also look to help give you guidance. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work?
There's a couple of things. One, my dad, who's passed almost a year and a half ago, and also my love life. So those are the two areas that I'm interested in.
Okay, well, I've got about 10 minutes, so let's see how quickly I can whiz through that.
Okay.
The first thing that's coming in is your dad, and he's oh, bless him, there's some sadness with him. He makes me feel sad, and that's not to say that he's sad in spirit. I feel like he's sad about circumstances that, oh, no, he's correcting me. He's emotional about speaking to you, because he says to me that is this the first time that you've communicated with your father?
Yeah, talking to you, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's why he's emotional. It's like it's pent up emotion of wanting to speak to you, because he's saying to me that he has been worried about you and family members. And I don't know if there's anything serious to worry about. He's not actually sort of telling me the details, but I just know that he worries about you. And I think that he's saying to me that he was a sort of dad that he makes me feel like he wants to look after you, and he wants to protect you, and he wants to make sure that you're all right. And he feels like he's got his hands tied behind his back because he's in the spirit world and is unable to do that. And he makes me feel that it's almost like this is his job to look after you, and he can't. And it's really, really frustrating for him. Does that make sense to you about his character?
Yeah, he always was very worried about all of us, as a father, I would say, more than anything else.
Oh, aren't you lucky? You are so lucky. You are so lucky. Anyway, I hope my dad isn't listening.
Is he okay?
Is my dad okay? Yes, he's okay.
No, I'm talking about my dad.
Oh, right. Let's not make it all about me. Your dad, he's okay. He's a worrier. He worries about his family and wants to protect and look after you. And he's drawing my attention to your mum. And I don't know whether he's telling me that he's with your mum or whether she's here, but he has your mum passed?
No, she's still alive. She's going to be 92, and she's had some issues.
Okay, well, he's drawing my attention to your mum, and I feel like he's really sort of, really particularly anxious about your mum. And I feel that there's been some difficulty with some of her care, because he makes me feel like he makes me feel, and I don't know whether that's because he expects more than perhaps she would normally get, but he makes me feel like she's not getting the right care or the proper care, and he's frustrated about that. Would that make sense to you?
It's just a difficult time right now. I mean, she had to take care of him. He had dementia, and it put a lot of stress on her physically, and she's waiting to move into independent health, and she into a residence, and she just got out of the hospital. Yeah. So, there's a lot going on.
And he makes me feel like she needs more care. He's quite insistent on that, and he's quite, he's very insistent that she needs more care, and of course it's difficult at this time, isn't it, to organise these things. But he's making it known that he's aware of that situation, and I'm hearing the word birthday, and he's making me feel like there's been a birthday sort of roundabout now, or just past, or just in the future. Would you understand a birthday roundabout now?
Well, her birthday is in the summer.
Okay, well, someone else in the family then, roundabout now.
Birthdays, I had one around Christmas, and my sister, and my son's birthday was in the fall. I don't know.
Okay, well that's not making sense then, because I've definitely heard the word birthday. There must be, when's his birthday?
His birthday was in September. Okay,
it must be. I'm not going to flog a dead horse, because it's not fitting. But I know that he's making me feel like there is a cause for a celebration round about now with somebody in the family. And I know that sometimes when we speak to a medium, we put the phone down and it's like, oh my goodness, of course, it's that person. But I know that there is a birthday roundabout now, and he's acknowledging this special time for this person. And I feel drawn to a male. And I feel like, did he have grandchildren?
Yes, he's got 3, my son and my nephew and my niece.
Okay. So if I look at your nephew, when is his birthday?
June.
June. And is it a big one this year, or is it?
It might be. I can't remember.
It's not sort of something like 18 or 21.
No,
or
I don't.
something.
I don't think so.
Okay, because and what about your niece? Because I just get that feeling. That,
her birthday's July, and I don't know if it's a big one. She might be 20.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave that there because and you can think about that because I do know that there's a birthday round about now.
Okay.
And he is saying to me that he's talking about your love life, and he's saying to me that this is something that you've been sort of asking for some time. It's like because I get the feeling with you that you have been almost like searching for someone to come into your life, and that person because he's making me feel like there are some regrets around you in your life, and I don't know whether he means regrets or like sort of sadness about a situation, but I just get that feeling that the past almost like hasn't I feel like there's still sort of pain or sadness from the past. Would you understand that?
Well, yeah, because I was divorced, so that could have, that could be it. But I was just kind of wondering about my situation now, if there was any resolution to that.
What I'm being told is that I'm being told, my guide is stepping in now, and I'm being told that you will be in a relationship, but I don't feel that it's going to be in a committed relationship. And what I mean is committed. I feel like there may be somebody around you at the moment, but I'm not sure about a committed relationship for the next 2 to 3 years. Would that make sense to you?
Okay, but we don't know if it's with the same person in a couple of years, or...
I do sense somebody around you, and I feel that this person is available, and I feel like he is certainly interested in you and wants to be take the step further in the relationship. But I just get the feeling it's not going to be as quick as you would like.